truly, I have to give credit to ROP because they really do a phenomenal job of that kind of work of creating articulation agreements. And so maybe everyone else in the room knows this, but in case there's someone else like me who didn't understand this previously, that means that there's a community college faculty in a particular instructional area and a high school faculty who come together to create this agreement. And it's the thing we keep hearing, it's very faculty specific. And it provides for students who, when they complete a course at the high school that is part of this articulation agreement, pass a final test, then if they go and enroll at the community college, then they get credit for that course, right? Did I get that right?
There are steps in the college that they have to petition to get the credit.
Right. But that's the general idea, right?
You're there.
Okay. So that's what articulation agreements are. So you can see that we do have a number of them. And again, what we're really trying to highlight are where there's really at least a sequence of courses. So we would call a pathway. And of course, if it articulates or connects to the community college, then it's that much better of a pathway. So I won't read them to you, but you'll see Mount Diablo High School is unique in that it has, it's actually what we call wall-to-wall. So all students are involved in one pathway, career pathway or another. There's 4 major categories, but within each of those, there's actually 2 pathway options for students. So I won't go into the details of that. College Park High School has an actual, and you'll know we are also pointing out where it's actually Project Lead the Way. Mount Diablo is very much engaged with this national curriculum, Project Lead the Way. And so you'll see at Mount Diablo High School, we have it in engineering. At College Park High School, we have the biomedical Project Lead the Way sequence of courses.
Joanne, can I ask you, you said
Sure.
that we have a community college staff member and a high school teacher. Did I hear that incorrectly?
So
when you said the ones highlighted in red.
ones to highlight means that there is an articulation agreement that has been developed, and that requires that a community college faculty work with a high school faculty in creating this agreement.
And the agreement is really geared around how to make a smooth transition from high school
It's about
to the community.
recognizing the instruction that goes on at the high school level as college level work, so that again, once the student successfully completes, goes on and enrolls, say, at Diablo Valley College, then they would actually get the college credit for the course that they took in high school. Northgate High School has 3 major pathways, and again, careers in teaching is a sequence of courses that has an articulated agreement with Diablo Valley College. Concord High School, again, we have, they have Project Lead the Way Engineering. Concord High has Project Lead the Way Engineering. Some of these I haven't talked about are the characteristics, the California Partnership Academies. It's a long-standing funding source and a model that's been around for a long time. And so we have a number of those throughout the district. Some of these are those also. And then the computerized accounting is a sequence of courses, but the computerized accounting course is one that's articulated with DEC. And then Ignacio Valley High School also has Project Lead the Way Engineering, a Health Science Academy, and that is one of the California Partnership Academies. And then again, they also have the Careers in Teaching sequence academy courses. I just mentioned that we're all involved in Diablo Gateway's Innovation. It's a career pathway trust fund funded program, involves 10 school districts and of course all the community colleges. And so that's another piece of the work that's going on right now, and just helping support this pathway development from our K-12 to folks to community colleges. And then I wanted to mention that the AB86 work is about community colleges and adult schools working very closely together. We're really joined at the hip right now, spending lots of time together. And career technical education is one of the big areas that we're looking at, so that students have a pathway going from what might be a short term, and I say get a job kind of training in adult school, but looking towards how they can maybe also have college credit for that, so that they're encouraged to go on. Any other questions?
partnerships or agreements. But that's a little bit of background, thank you. And so then Joanne kind of referenced too, and Vicki had mentioned this to me too, which really is what got me thinking, was the dual enrollment concept, which we don't currently enjoy that yet. And that was one of the discussions. So it'd be interesting to hear that. And I'm not looking at you, Joanne, but maybe the community college board too.
Well, we
Or
have
that
a
conversation
presentation.
around dual enrollment versus articulation agreements. Because I think within our district, when we started that conversation, we had some interest in that dual enrollment concept of how we can, pump up the working relationship. So it'd be interesting if somebody has that background.
You have a question in the back of the room.
Randy, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Randy Tiller. I'm the Senior Dean of Workforce and Economic Development for the Custom Community College District. I work with academics and candidates. So I'm here, so yeah, I can talk about dual enrollment assistance. Hello? I probably don't even really. Go ahead. So I'll talk about dual enrollment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a presentation that I gave to our Board of Trustees a couple weeks ago that sort of spurred them to ask you every day. That actually goes into a number of kind of the intentional transition concepts, dual enrollment goals, things like that related particularly to the career pathways trust work. It starts with just kind of a brief overview of a couple things about my division. I work with the three colleges, with the deans of CTE and workforce development and all the workforce development directors. One of the things that's really changed about our district, I think, in recent years is that we really do develop our strategic priorities together around workforce and economic development. We don't really, people have sort of said to me, the colleges don't even talk to each other, they don't even work together. That's really changed a lot. We've really identified some key strategies that we think can really move the ball for students in the K-12 side in terms of really making that intentional transition from high school into post-secondary education in ways that really maximize the chance of success and that we think are really going to move the needle on things like completion, student success, and transfer. So they aren't really separate discussions for us. There's really kind of four things that we feel underlie all of our programs on the community college side, and really kind of key principles. First is that relevant career pathways are really the route to college success for many, if not most, of our students. We know from the work on contextualized basic skills and acceleration, when students are doing education related to a career goal or something that interests them, something they want to do with their lives, they really seem to succeed at much higher levels, particularly students who come from disadvantaged backgrounds who really struggle with kind of basic skills. Programs should connect in sequences that support students' ability to continue their education while increasing their market value. Very few of our students come to a college, go for 2 years, and then transfer. They come, they take some courses, they leave for a while, they may go work for a while, they come back. Really what we're trying to build now are in and out systems. Basically really recognize that it's much harder for a student to just go straight to college for any number of years. And a lot of our students, the ones who want to serve the best, just don't have the economic freedom really to do that. So a career focus in their education allows them to develop skills to help them realize earnings, hopefully within their industry and area, so that when they do come back, what they really do is building skills progressively. So you've heard probably a lot of discussion around things like stackable certificates. Every short-term certificate that we create, we are hoping is a route to transfer to an AAS degree and transfer to a four-year college. We really are feeling right now, this is particularly true, I think the adult education work really kind of is an illustration of this. We need to be more community-facing. That the model of colleges sitting back and waiting for students to arrive and presuming they're going to be ready when they get there just does not work. Students arrive, they end up in remediation. We need to be community-facing. We need to be in the elementary schools working with our K-12 partners. We need to be in the adult schools working with our adult education partners. We need to be in the career one-stops with the workforce investment boards, really helping build that bridge. What does that intentional transition look like? All those systems do phenomenal work. They really do amazing work, but there's a disconnect somewhere between the students leave there when they arrive at our side, and really it's on both of us to really look at those students as shared customers and figure out what that bridge looks like.
I just wanted to say, Linda Mayo, our 5th board member, has joined us.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome. And can I introduce one other person here this evening? Is our from the County Office of Education is Christine Dean. So this is all right up her alley as well. So I'm happy to see that
And so finally, really our goal, we would like the community college to be the first source for employers and industry to find the skilled workforce they need. Because we have the same issue. Students come to us, they complete programs, they wander out, we're not sure what always happens to them. So getting better about that tracking from K-12 or adult ed into community college, from community college to the employer, and then building a loop so that we're really constantly fine-tuning and improving our programs so that when employers want to hire someone, they call us.